We had a fantastic experience with China Airlines premium business class last year, but that was a short flight from Taipei to Bangkok, which is only about 3 hours. So we thought, why not put it to the real test? We booked the long haul from Seattle to Taipei. That's about 12 hours and 20 minutes in the air, to see if China Airlines can hold up when it really counts. We'll share everything we experienced in this video, so let's jump right in. The flight was scheduled to take off at 1:20 a.m. I believe they made it this way so transit connections in Taipei can be flexible. And honestly, it's pretty smart because you get to eat, sleep, and wake up right before landing. Not too bad. Welcome to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. This is our home base. There's our plane, but it's a little hard to see in the dark. Business class passengers on China Airlines have access to the Club at CEA lounge here at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. This lounge is also accessible to Priority Pass members. To be straightforward with you, this is a fairly average lounge. The food options are underwhelming, I'm just being honest, though the bar area is reasonably decent. That said, there is one genuinely notable perk for China Airlines business class travelers specifically. Given the flight's late departure time, the lounge will allow you to remain past its midnight closing time. Hi. Thank you so much. Welcome to China Airlines A350-900 business class. This particular aircraft is 9 years old, but you honestly wouldn't know it from the cabin. It still looks and feels really well maintained. The business class cabin is made up of 8 rows for a total of 32 seats, arranged in a reverse herringbone 1x2x1 configuration. Each seat is 22 inches wide with a 60-inch pitch and stretches to 78 inches in flatbed mode. Our seats were 15D and 15G in the middle section. And here's what I love about the reverse herringbone. Every single seat has direct aisle access without disturbing your neighbor. No awkward climbing over your neighbor when they're sleeping. I really appreciate this because I go to the restroom a lot. On the way back from Taipei to Seattle, the cabin had Pikachu-themed headrest covers and pillows. Really cute. I also love evening flights for the ambient dark lighting. It makes the whole cabin feel even classier. You can always use the mood lamp, side light, or ceiling light if you need a little more. As soon as we sat down, they immediately offered to put the seat cover on for us. It's a small touch, but sets the tone right away. Thank you so much. Then they gave out the menus. We had actually pre-ordered our meals online ahead of time. There are usually a couple of internet-exclusive options you can only get if you pre-order, so make sure to check out the menu online if you're interested. We got our welcome drink and hot towel. Their signature welcome drink is super tasty. The hot towel was really great. I couldn't capture it on camera, but the towel had these really beautiful patterns on it, which makes the whole experience feel even more premium. Now, the amenity kit. We got the Moschino Amenity Kit bag, and I thought this was a really thoughtful detail. They gave you the yellow bag on the way to Taipei and the gray one on the way back to Seattle, so you don't end up with duplicates. This is actually really thoughtful since most people get round-trip tickets. Inside, you've got hand lotion, lip balm, hair oil, a comb, earplugs, and a toothbrush and paste, and really comfortable eye shades, and a Moschino branded luggage tag. This is actually something I would want to use. Pretty stylish. Pretty solid kit, and one of my favorites so far. The sleepers are kept in the large compartment. They're actually really good quality. Thick base and silky texture. As someone who actually used sleepers heavily on the plane, I really love them. The noise-canceling headset is in the outer compartment. It does a pretty good job canceling the noise and provides decent stereo sound. Power outlet and USB port are tucked in another compartment along with the remote control. It's handy for keeping your device charged and have it closed. There's a Fiji bottled water placed there too. There's a lot of storage space around your seat, which I really appreciated. Before takeoff, they played the safety video, and there was actually a cool fact in there I didn't know. China Airlines is the first Taiwanese carrier to use sustainable aviation fuel for passenger flights. I love that they take sustainability seriously. This is really cool. It's one of those things that's easy to overlook as a passenger, but it says a lot about where the airline is putting its values. Since the business class seats are angled, a shoulder seat belt is required. They dim the lights before takeoff. It's going to be about 12 hours and 20 minutes to Taipei after takeoff. The return flight to Seattle is a couple hours shorter, thanks to the jet stream pushing you along. Takeoff was easy and smooth. As soon as the seatbelt sign was off, dinner service began. I like that they're fast. The tray table slides out really easily. It's big and sturdy, which I really appreciated. They lay down a tablecloth, always a nice touch, followed by drinks, nuts, and snacks. They serve Japanese-style snacks, which I really loved. Their passion fruit signature cocktail is really good. We highly recommend trying it. For the first course, the appetizer was prosciutto and some sort of cheese that was really tasty. The salad was fresh with a nice dressing. They also brought warm bread. I went with garlic bread, which honestly was not that great. Then, the clam chowder was served. It wasn't that tasty for me, but David really enjoyed it. For the main, I had a pan-seared Chilean sea bass with ginger oyster sauce and crispy rice. The flavor was really good. I really enjoyed it. David went with the online exclusive grilled French baby lamb chops with mushroom sauce, and he absolutely loved it. The online exclusive options are worth pre-ordering. They often tend to be a step above the standard menu. Pretty cool. On the way back from Taipei to Seattle, the appetizer was steamed squid salad, which was pretty good, and they served a beef broth that was soothing after a long day. For my main, I had an internet-exclusive Michelin-inspired dish with Indonesian shrimp, abalone, and seafood. I'll be honest, to even try serving a whole abalone on a plane is pretty bold. It was tender and flavorful. David had the lobster and steak combo. Fancy indeed. They both were great with enough portions. For dessert, you can choose from raspberry white chocolate cake, strawberry or chocolate ice cream, or a cheese plate with some fruits. I had my chocolate ice cream and the cheese plate. It was pretty good. Their green tea is really good, by the way. I had to get a second cup. Overall, the meals are great, and the service during dinner is even better. There's a bathroom up front on the left and one toward the back on the right. They can get pretty busy right after or before meal service, so plan accordingly. The bathrooms are small but kept clean. The crew wipes them down multiple times throughout the flight, which I always appreciate on a long haul. There are no extra amenities in the bathroom like a toothbrush, shaving kit, or mouthwash besides hand wash and lotion. Not to mention, they also play lounge music in the lavatory. I don't think that any other airlines are doing this. It's a nice touch. The light flat bed is really where long-haul flights are won or lost. The controls are straightforward and easy to figure out. The blanket is thick and warm. I really loved it. The pillow is decent, but if you're a pillow person, you might find it a bit thin. I grabbed the spare one from an empty seat nearby, which made my sleep much more comfortable. When you're fully flat, there's plenty of length. we're talking about 6.5 feet. But the feet area can be a little bit narrow, so it feels slightly tight in that area. Just so you have a reference point, I'm 5'10" and 170 pounds, and it was fine for me, just not so roomy. There's no privacy door, so you are a little exposed to the aisle. But it honestly didn't bother me as much. I got a solid 5 hours sleep, which for the red-eyed long haul, I'll take it. The in-flight entertainment system is good, large HD screen, easy to navigate with the remote, and they have a solid library of the latest movies and shows, with a strong selection of international content, which not every airline does well. Beyond the movies and shows, the system also has a flight tracker, duty-free shopping, email home delivery, food and beverage info, and device pairing. You can use the remote as a small secondary screen or just to control the main one. The only minor gripe: the main screen can be a little slow to load sometimes. Wi-Fi is free for business class passengers. It's not fast enough to stream video, but browsing, reading news, these kind of things work fine. In between meals, they offer a few different snack options. I had the noodles with mushroom black truffle sauce. It was actually really good, way better than I expected at 35,000 feet above. They also have quesabirria with guacamole and sour cream, also instant noodles, and a Sky Lounge snack selection. About an hour and a half before landing, breakfast service started. They serve you coffee, tea, or juice alongside a hot towel service. David and I both had the Taiwanese-style congee with assorted side dishes, a steamed sesame bun, and seasonal fruit. It was so comforting, exactly what you want after hours of minimal movement at altitude. The bun was delicious. Not entirely sure what's inside, but whatever it is, it works. The side dishes reminded me of Korean banchan. Little pickled and seasoned bites actually pair really well with the congee. The boiled egg was pre-salted, which was a little too salty for my taste. The fruits were super fresh. I love their fruits. Alright, let's get into scores and the out-of-pocket index. I give hard product a 4 out of 5. China Airlines has put a really impressive level of thought into the details. The persimmon wood effect on the tray table and exterior, the pattern on the seat bags, and the unique clawfoot table lamp are all lovely touches. And there are plenty of storage throughout. The lie flat bed was good, but a little more width and ergonomic shaping in the footwell would push it to a 5. Service gets a 5 out of 5. Service is the standout highlight of this entire experience. Flight attendants are walking the aisles constantly, checking on passengers, and they respond to the call button in about 15 seconds. They're always smiling, incredibly well trained, and they call you by name. It genuinely makes you feel like a VIP. Food and beverage gets a 4 out of 5. The beverage program is strong with different kinds of wine, champagne, cocktails, soft drinks, and coffee and tea. The meals are generally good, and my recommendation is to lean toward the Chinese and Asian options over the Western ones. The online exclusive pre-order options are also worth taking advantage of. Nothing on the menu is worse than what you would find on any other major airlines at this price point. In-flight entertainment gets a 5 out of 5. Large HD screen, easy controls, great international content selection, flight tracker, and all the extra features. It's hard to complain. Now, out-of-pocket index. We give it a 4 out of 5. We paid about $5,600 for a round-trip ticket from Seattle to Hanoi and back from Da Nang to Seattle at the time of booking, which is pretty reasonable for this route and cabin. For what you get, strong hard and soft product, excellent service, and a comfortable long-haul experience.
Okay, cool.
I would definitely book it again. I really felt that there was a great balance between the hard product and the soft product, with amazing service. I hope this video helped you set expectations for what China Airlines business class is like on a long-haul flight. Would you book China Airlines business class? Have you flown with them before? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you content like this. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned. Bye bye.